Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2019 Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League All-Star Game. It's Mark McClure and Garrett Weaver on the call for tonight's game, and it's going to be a very fun night for these players.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. Showcase your abilities to all the scouts that are out here and just have a good time. Beautiful ballpark, Prasco Park out here in Mason, Ohio as well. Not too many better playing surfaces out there. These guys are going to get to experience the best.
So here at Prasco Park, let's introduce tonight's All-Stars. So how tonight's game will go, it will be 10 innings long, and there will be two split lineups that switch. One goes 5 innings, the starters go 5 innings, and the reserves go 5 innings. And each pitcher, there are 10 of them, will go 1 inning. So tonight's Southern All-Star starters, batting first, playing right field, Jake Silverstein from the Cincinnati team. From the Southern Ohio Copperheads, batting second, playing left field, Sebastian Fabric. Batting third from the Cincinnati team, the center fielder, Grant Richardson. Batting fourth from the Hamilton Joes, the designated hitter, Jake Cates. The first baseman from the Cincinnati team, he's batting fifth, Eddie Persinger. Batting sixth from the Southern Ohio Copperheads, the second baseman, Zach Iverson. From the Xenia Scouts, the third baseman, batting seventh, Cody Kanklers. Batting eighth from the Cincinnati team, the catcher, Ben McCabe. And batting ninth is the shortstop from the Hamilton Joes, Logan Thomason. The first pitcher of the first inning will be from the Cincinnati team, the lefty, Andrew Nolker. And for the North All-Stars, for the first 5 innings, will be from the Lima Locos, batting first, Randon Jernigan. He's playing center field. Batting second for the Grand Lake Mariners, playing third base, Will David. From the Michigan Monarchs, batting third, the right fielder, Nolan Clegg. From the Lima Locos, batting fourth, the catcher, Tyler Tolvey. From the Lima Locos, batting fifth, the left fielder, Nick Kalina. From the Grand Lake Mariners, batting sixth, the second baseman, Noah Thigpen. From the Michigan Monarchs, batting seventh, the first baseman, Mitchell Smith. From the Lima Locos, and batting eighth is the shortstop, Ryan Smith. And batting ninth, playing DH from the Grand Lake Mariners, Carson Eddy. Pitching for the first inning from the Lima Locos is Cole Reeves. And that's what it looks like for the first 5 innings. And a lot of guys that the Joes have seen, at least in the Southern lineup. A couple of Joes, the North lineup obviously dominated by the league dominating at this point, Lima Locos.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how these guys play together. Obviously, this is the first time for them out there. You mentioned it. There's a lot of top teams in both divisions, players, Cincinnati Steam in the South and Lima Locals in the North, really dominating the starting lineups. And so it'll be interesting to see how they go. But big thing in this game is the pitching. You only get 1 inning of work, and you're most likely going to get that inning no matter what. If you're getting hit hard, you're going to stay at it and pitch it out for an inning unless it's really bad. There is a couple of reserve pitchers in case there's an injury or something, but hopefully these guys just each get 1 inning of clean pitching, and it'll be different for a lot of them. A lot of these guys have been tending to go 5-6 innings. We might see a little more gas than we're used to. Some guys rearing back on some pitches. They know they've only got about 20, 25. So it'll definitely be a fun game.
So we'll take a short break here on the YouTube stream while we have the national anthem and the pregame prayer. Back here at the 2019 Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League All-Star Game, it's Mark McClure and Garrett Weaver on the call, and we're just about ready for first pitch. And again, it's a very big day for these young men. A lot of scouts out there, and they're just going to hope to be doing the best they possibly can.
You just got to go out there, a lot of these guys. Pitcher-wise, you only have the one inning of work. Got to put it out there, but for the other guys, you got 5 innings to showcase what you got. That probably only means you're going to get 2 at-bats, and you just got to take advantage of every opportunity. Every ball that's hit to you, every play, you got to be doing the little things, backing up throws. Pitchers got to be fielding the ball well, backing up first base if you're a catcher on throws. It's really just the little things, and you expect, especially with all these scouts present, everyone to be on their A game. And it's going to be a fun game for sure. Prescott Park's a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful evening in Mason, Ohio, 85 degrees, partly cloudy, and a little bit of wind blowing from right to left here, but all in all, looks like it's going to be a fun game.
So tonight's umpires, so let's get to that very quickly. Behind the plate calling all the instructions, Lyle Travis. We actually have 2 base umpires for this game. So down the first base line, it's Joe Kimbrough, and down the third base line is Kerry Lyle. Actually, the first game this year that we have 3 umpires, which is good. It's helpful to check swings in particular, makes it a lot easier. And you talked about this before we went to break. With the pitchers only getting 1 inning, you expect to see a little more velocity on their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, certain guys will probably be about the same, especially in the second 5 innings, because those guys are typical relievals. First 5 are starters. And you expect the starters to, obviously you're going to have a bit of adrenaline. This is an all-star game. And the fact that you're going to go out there and you know how long you're going to be throwing, you got to have a little extra juice for sure.
And so while the coaches and the umpires are concluding this meeting, we're going to go through who the reserves are for both teams. These players will play from the 6th through the 10th inning. For the South, from the Hamilton Joes, the right fielder Bryan Thompson. From the Richmond Jazz, out in left field, Mike Steffen. From the Lincoln County Settlers in center field, Stephen Krauss. DHing from the Hamilton Joes, Jake Cates. Disregard those positions, please. Those were incorrect. So, again.
Yeah, they're going to switch them up. So the order is going to go. You can go through the order, but the positions will all grab real quick. See if we can get that from the coaches. Yeah, but here's what it's looking like. Batting first is Bryan Thompson from the Hamilton Joes. Batting second, moving into that spot with the Richmond Jazz, Mike Steffen. From Lincoln County Settlers, third will be Stephen Krauss. Fourth from the Hamilton Joes, Jake Cates. 5th from the Hamilton Joes, Preston Miller. 6th from the Richmond Jazz, Noah Suarez. 7th from the Hamilton Joes, Brock Mathis. 8th from the Richmond Jazz, Jace Felker. And 9th from the Richmond Jazz, Jake Burlingame. Pitching in that 6th inning will be from the Xenia Scouts, Jarrett DeClue. Positions for those guys: Thompson's in center, Steffen's in right, Krauss is at first. Jake Cates remains DH, as the DHs are the only players that will play all 10 innings. Preston Miller's at third, Noah Suarez at second. Brock Mathis will be catching, Jace Felker will be at short, and Jake Burlingame is at left field. The North All-Stars are the team that has the exact guys playing the exact position. So batting first from the Locos, Lavoisier Fisher. Batting second from the Michigan Monarchs, Peter Ahn. Batting third from the St. Clair Green Giants, Jaden Sinju. Batting fourth from the Galen Graders, Devontae Washington. Batting fifth from the Green Giants, Gibson Kuzminski. Batting sixth from the Green Giants, Daniel Workington. Batting seventh from the Muskegon Clippers, Micah Allen. Batting eighth from the Michigan Monarchs, Jordan Schafer. And batting ninth from the Grand Lake Mariners, Carson Eddy. Again, Eddy will be the DH who will play all 10 innings. And pitching that sixth inning from the Michigan Monarchs will be Lucas McGuire. And again, all those two lineups I just listed will be playing it from the 6th through the 10th inning. And we are just about getting ready to go. The home team for this contest will be the North Division, as the North Division currently has the team sporting the best record in the Lima Locos, so they have the luxury of being the home team in this contest. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to see Lima, who's been really dominant. We obviously saw them for 2 games, but you didn't get to see their full potential. They did it was a doubleheader also versus the Joes, so it was really just one day of baseball. And a lot of these guys, St. Clair Green Giants, we never got to see because both games got rained out versus them. We saw, I think, 3 innings of baseball played against them. So it's going to be a lot of fresh faces we haven't seen, especially from the pitching side of things. And I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun baseball as we're about to get started.
And again, on the mound to start this first inning is the right-hander, 6'4", 225 pounds from Dallas Baptist University. It's Cole Reeves. And Jake Silverstein will be leading off. Silverstein playing with the Cincinnati Steam. He's out in right field. And Reeves is set. And here's the first pitch of the All-Star game. This ball is hit into left field. That's going to be trouble into the gap. Silverstein's going for 2, taking some time to get to the ball in left field. Silverstein's turning for third. The throw will be not in time, and it's a leadoff triple for Jake Silverstein.
How about that? The dugout for the South loves it as Jake Silverstein wasting no time and aggressive on the base paths as well. It's what you want to see here in an All-Star game. You're not here to mess around.
And now Sebastian Fabric from the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Top 3 in RBIs this year. He has really been a force at the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. It's fouled off down the right field line.
Yeah, we just saw Fabric this past week, and he's swinging the ball really well, swinging the bat really well, rather. This would be a nice way to start the game if he can bring home Silverstein, whether it's a sacrifice hit or not.
Reeves is set. Here's the 0-1. This one just inside. 1-1. Fabric is a 6', 190-pound player from Ohio University going into his junior year there. This is 1-1 pitch is upstairs for a ball, 2-1.
Fabric comes in with a 364 batting average. Silverstein, who tripled, had a 368.
Big cut and a miss at the 2-1 pitch, so Fabric now even on the count 2-2. Reeves is set. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung of a strike 3. Down goes Sebastian Fabric. That one had some serious velocity on it there from Cole Reeves.
Yeah, I've settled in after that leadoff triple. I mean, a little surprising. Cole Reeves has been so dominant all year that first pitch triple was a little out of the ordinary, but South trying to do anything to get that first run across Grant Richardson at the plate.
Another guy from the Cincinnati Steam. First pitch to him is in there at the knees for a called strike. Richardson, the first lefty we've seen so far against Reeves. Here's the 0-1. This one is fouled off into the netting. Richardson from Indiana University, so Big Ten talent here on display. Count is at 0-2. Here's the delivery from Reeves. This one gets away from the catcher, but luckily not a deep stop here at Asco Park. So Silverstein's unable to get the job done there, or at least come home, as Tolby, that's who's behind the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is hit on the ground over first. Micah Smith's up with it. He stepped on first for the out, but Silverstein does come in to score.
Productive out there by the teammates. Richardson getting the job done, had to get that run across. You didn't want to have to do it with 2 outs, but it'll be 2 outs here for Jake Cates, his first at-bat.
was Mitchell Smith making that play at first. And now Jay Cates at the plate. First pitch to him up and away. 1-0.
Jake comes into the All-Star game a 3.10 average, 3 home runs, 27 RBIs.
1-0 pitch to him. That's in the dirt. 1-1. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's upstairs 3-0. As one of those pitches was misread, so it's a 3-ball count on Jake Cates. And Reeves working quickly here is the 3-0. This is ball 4. Jake Cates able to check his swing, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Jake Cates.
Yeah, not something we see Jake do all that time. He's pretty aggressive with the bat, but stays patient there. Didn't see a pitch to hit, and it'll bring up one of the guys with the most power in the Great Lakes lead, Eddie Persinger. Led the league in home runs, basically wire to wire.
Here's the first pitch to Eddie. This one is fouled off down the first baseline, and we haven't seen us here, as we are the Hamilton Joes broadcasters, haven't seen Persinger since the first series of the year. He actually struggled in that series, but ever since then, man, his bat has been on fire.
Yeah, and he does play in a hitter's ballpark. This team's field's pretty small, especially for a lefty, but he's just been raking.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. One low and away at 1-1. And the team as a whole have been tearing the cover off the ball. Part of the reason that they are tied for first place in the South Division, as the 1-1 pitch is taken for a ball 2-1.
Yeah, and the South Division team are right in their first place, but it's really anyone's race still. Basically, only the Jazz are out of it. Xenia would have to have a miracle run, but they're still technically alive.
The 2-1 pitch is taken as well, 3-1. So Reeves looking to avoid back-to-back walks. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Persinger takes a healthy hack at it, but misses. Count goes full.
Persinger looking to get on for Zach Iverson, the second baseman from Southern Ohio Copperheads.
And here's a payoff pitch. This one is hit in the air in foul territory down the left field line. This will go out of play.
Iverson, a guy we just saw, is 350 batting average. Reeves really doesn't want to face him, wants to let the next pitcher, Sam Benschotter, who's going to be coming in the second inning, have to face his big bat, but see what Eddie can do here.
And this 3-2 pitch, this one's hit in the air to center. That's Jernigan out there. He's under it, and he'll make the catch for the third out. So the South Division pick up a run here early as we head to the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0. here at the 2019 Great Lakes League All-Star Game. It is now bottom of the first inning. Now North Division gets their chance to take their first at bats, and they'll be facing the pitcher from the Cincinnati team, Andrew Nolker.
Yeah, and Nolker looked to do what Corey wasn't and put up a clean first inning. And I'm interested to see what he's got. Got to be a lot of nerves. You're starting in an all-star game, probably one of the bigger crowds you've ever played in front of, depending on where you pitch in college. But North Division and Randon Jernigan are going to try and get the bats going here, tie this game back up.
First pitch to him. This one is swung on and fouled off. Nolker has appeared to 7 games for the Steam. 5 of them starts, 28 total innings pitched. ERA at 1.75. He has walked 19, struck out 16. He's 3-1 on a year.
And at the plate, Randon Jernigan a .320 batting average.
He takes this pitch high, 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1. This one swung on and missed. Strike 2, 1-2 the count now. Jernigan from a pretty big name school, University of Georgia.
Yeah, the Lima Locos got quite a few guys that are at big time powerhouse schools.
There's the 1-2 pitch that's taken down for a ball 2-2. But I mean, that's the great thing about what we've seen in this league overall. We've seen some real good talent from some of the big schools, but also some junior colleges we've seen put together some really nice players. And 2-2 pitch. This one's hit on the ground over to second. Zach Iverson's up with it on to first for the first out.
Yeah, and you've seen D1 guys from small schools, D1 guys from massive schools. We've seen Michigan State, LSU, Georgia, and then you've seen JUCO guys, you've seen community college guys, you've seen everything, and all these guys can perform and are just looking for the shot.
So Will David will step in for the North end.
David leads the league in batting average, .402.
As he hits this ball on the ground over to third. Cody Kankler is up with it. He throws on first for out number 2. So Andrew Nolker for the quick 2 outs.
Yeah, he's looked pretty solid there. Can't ask for much more. Jernigan made him work a little bit, but just got a weak ground ball, and then first pitch swinging to one of the best hitters in the league, one of only 2 guys that's above 400, and looking for a 1-2-3 inning here against Nolan Clegg.
And the first pitch to Clegg, that's fouled off. Clegg, another guy from a big-time program, Ohio State. Playing for the Michigan Monarchs. Here's the 0-1. This one is in there for a strike on the swing by Clegg. He wasn't able to hold up. It's called by the home plate umpire. And here's the 0-2 pitch from Nolker. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Clegg. Phenomenal inning work by Andrew Nolker. He should be happy with that.
Yeah, can't do much more than that. 2 weak ground balls and striking out one of the better hitters in the league in Nolan Clegg, and looking pretty good while doing it, making Clegg chase a pretty bad pitch. So good start here for the South.
So we'll take a short break as we head to the top of the second inning. The South Division leads 1-0. Back here at the 2019 Great Lakes All-Star Game, it is the top of the second inning. The South Division leads the North Division 1-0, and now on the mound is Sam Benscooter, a guy that the Joes actually did see in that series with Michigan. He was one of that two-headed monsters of Michigan State that they had, as they both him and Jesse Heikkinen, who's also an All-Star, and we've seen this guy's got dominant stuff.
Yeah, very dominant stuff. He's got 44 innings pitched, only 11 earned runs allowed. That's good for a 1.75 ERA. He only walked 9 to his 56 strikeouts, so he's a high strikeout guy. And he, in fact, leads the league in strikeouts. So it'll be Zach Iverson to lead off against him here as the South tries to extend their lead.
So teammates going at it at school, both Michigan State. And the first pitch to Iverson, that's in there on the outside corner, strike one. It's actually interesting when you look at Iverson. He made it for his average as this pitch is inside as the rain started to just absolutely pour here out of nowhere.
Oh, this was sudden.
All of a sudden, it is just pouring down rain here at Pasco Park.
Check the radar for you guys, trying to do an update, but this is going to have to be put into a delay.
And that looks like what it's going to be, as the teams will head for the dugouts, and we will go into a delay. As soon as we know more, we will let you know. But for right now, I'll take a break here at Pasco Park.
Just a quick update for you guys. The rain has subsided. Just waiting on the final call. I think they're checking the radar to see if they're going to have to pull the tarp, try and save the field, or if it's going to clear up enough to get a couple more innings in before the next cell comes through. So we'll let you know, but it looks like we should be resuming play here shortly.
Back here at the 2019 Great Lakes All-Star Game, we are finally ready to resume play after what will be a 25-minute rain delay. Didn't rain for that long, and literally we checked the radar, the definition of a freak rainstorm.
Yeah, nothing showing up on the radar, but just getting the field back to playing condition, and it'll be Ben Shooter still on the mound with Zach Iverson at the plate. 1-1 count to him. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the second.
Zach Iverson still at the plate with a 1-1 count, and here is the 1-1 pitch. This one low and outside for ball 2-1. Actually interesting that we see Iverson as a hitter today, one of the best pitchers in the league, if not the best. This pitch is swung on a miss 2-2.
Yeah, he has the league leading ERA, only guy under 1, but he's also batting in the 360s, so it's pretty reasonable to see him here at the plate. Just one of the best all-around guys.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Ball gets by Tolvey. He'll throw down to first and complete the strikeout for out number 1.
So that'll bring up Cody Canklers from the Xenia Scouts. Cody's also a guy that's a really good pitcher, 1.85 ERA in 30 innings pitched.
First pitch to Canklers. That one's up and in. 1-0.
Batting average for Cankler is .294.
Here's a 1-0 pitch to him. This one's hitting the air to deep right field. Under that is Clegg, and he'll make the catch for the second out.
So it'll be Ben McCabe, his first at-bat here.
Ben McCabe at the plate now. Another member of the Steam as he swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. A 1 pitch that catches the zone, and count now 0-2. So Ben Shooter working ahead. And here's the 0-2 pitch. This one just outside, 1-2.
Saw McCabe in that first series of the year, and he looked really, really strong for this team, and he's continued to hit well, earning a spot here in All-Star, but he swings and misses to strike out to end the top of the second year.
And that will do it for the South in the top of the second. As Garrett said, we head to the bottom of the second. South still leading 1-0. We are back here at the Great Lakes League All-Star Game. It is the bottom of the second inning, and now on to pitch for the South Division. It is the lefty from Monroe Community College, Liam Devine. I actually just saw him recently.
Yeah, Devine, a Licking County settler. He's got a really good arm, and as you said, saw him recently, and he pitched really well. So he'll look to continue the strong start that Andrew Nolker had for the South.
And Devine, more of a reliever for the Settlers. We have seen him start a couple of games, but again, definitely has more relief appearances. ERA is in the basement. That's how low it is. He's been just doing a great job coming out of the bullpen for these guys. And set to lead off from the Lima Locos, it will be Tyler Tolvey, the catcher. And the first pitch to Tolvey, that one bounces to the plate, 1-0.
Tolvey, one of the bigger bats in the Lima lineup, 341 average coming in to the All-Star game.
1-0 pitch, that one's up and in, 2-0.
He also has 5 doubles, 3 home runs, but the big number for him, 45 RBIs and 23 walks.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's another one that comes in on Tolvey, 3-0.
Devine looking a little wild here.
3-0 pitch. Tolvey does take a swing and fouls it off. 3-1.
Nick Kalina, another Lima Loco, is on deck. 1 of 4 in the starting 9.
This is 3-1 pitch. This one's hit on the ground over to short. Up with it is Thomason on a first in time.
Something we're used to seeing Logan Thomason make a nice play out there at short to get the speedy Tolvey, who does have double-digit stolen bases on the year, so runs pretty well, especially for a catcher.
As Garrett mentioned, it is another Loco, Nick Kalina at the plate.
Kalina, a 333 average.
First pitch to him catches the outside corner. 0-1. Divine stats coming in. He has pitched in 14 games. Only 2 of them starts. 28 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has given up 13 hits and 1 earned run. As this pitch is taken for a ball. That's good for an ERA of .24. He also has 38 strikeouts and 9 walks with a 4-0 record.
Not too many better than Divine this year.
And here is the 1-1. This one fouled off. 1-2 now. And then that brings up what we've seen. We've seen, again, a lot of big name schools on the mound. Divine from Monroe Community College.
Yeah, and at the plate, Nick Kalina from Kennesaw State. So guys from all over the map.
There's the 1-2 bounces. 2-2. As Divine has had that issue on a couple pitches, he spiked a few.
Some of these guys might be a little too amped. They know they're only going to pitch 1 inning, trying to come out here and gas up the fastball, just throwing it a little short.
1-2 pitch that swung on and missed by Kalina, and he goes down on strikes for the second out.
So it'll be Noah Thigpen from the Grand Lake Mariners. Thigpen, 339 batting average, 22 RBIs, 19 walks as that pitch is in there for called strike 1. Four home runs and 10 doubles for Thigpen as well.
1 pitch that swung on a miss. The count is now at 0-2.
Divine looks like he's settled in here after being a little wild in the first at bat of this inning.
And for Thigpen, been one of the bright spots on a struggling Grand Lake Mariners team as this pitch is in the dirt. Teams at 15-20, well out of the playoff race at this point, but Big Ten, again, has been able to be a little bit of a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, definitely earned his way into this starting lineup, and big school guy goes to Tennessee.
Over at second base for the North Division. 1-2 pitch. That's swung on a strike three. Liam Devine struggles with his control a little bit early, but finishes the inning with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, he looked really good there on those last 2 batters after just struggling to find the zone early, but he refound it and put another 0 on the board for the South.
So we will head to the top of the 3rd inning. South Division still leads 1-0. Back here at the Great Lakes League All-Star Game, it is now the top of the 3rd inning, and now pitching for the North Division is Tristan Hout from the Grand Lake Mariners. He's a right-handed thrower out of Wright State University.
First batter he's going to see is Logan Thomason, the 9-hole hitter for the South.
Talk about Thomason for a second here. His bat has come and gone. His average is solid, not something that jumps out to anybody, but about Logan Thomason, he immediately goes to his defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting 35 on the year, which isn't truly indicative of what he's been able to do. He does have those 2 home runs, both very large home runs, grand slams, mind you, and he's had that average all the way up to 260, 270 range, and probably his average, if it leveled out, would probably be right around 250, 255. But as this pitch misses ball 1, but as you said, he's out there for his defense, just makes spectacular play after spectacular play at short.
Count at 1-0, and here's the delivery to Thompson. This is off and 1.
Also a big speed guy, 12 stolen bases on the year.
And for Hout on the mound, 21 of the 3rd innings pitched. He has a 1.96 ERA, 2-1 record, 18 strikeouts, 5 walks. As the 1-1 pitch is over Thomason's head.
Yeah, that one got away a little bit from how Logan ducking out of the way. He seems to have to duck out of the way of quite a few pitches this season. He does crowd the plate. He's right up in there on the inside of the box.
Here is the 2-1 pitch. This one catches the inside corner, 2-2. Thomason from Eastern Kentucky, and always a great story about him. It ended up being a young guy coming in, took the job at shortstop from a senior as this pitch is swung over strike 3, and that is the first out here in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, no, flip the lineup for the South as really the only guy that's gotten his back going. The only hit of this ball game, Jake Silverstein led off the game 1 pitch, and he tripled to deep left center field and scored the only run. So see if Silverstein get his second hit of the ball game versus a new pitcher in Hout.
His first pitch to him, he hits this one foul down the third baseline.
Silverstein, not a guy to waste any pitches. Swinging early and often.
The triple came off a Cole Reeves, who started the ball game.
We're going to get talked too much about Silverstein since he swung and hit the first pitch, but 368 average as this one misses for ball one. 368 average, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs. He's also walked 16 times.
In the 1-1 pitch, this one is outside for ball 2-1. Kicks and deals, and this is going to hit Silverstein on the shoulder.
So we've seen 2 base runners for the South, and they've both been Silverstein. Or correction, Jake Cates did walk, so we've seen 3, but Silverstein reaching in both at-bats, and it'll be Sebastian Fabric now with 1 out and a man on first.
And Fabric struck out his first time up.
Silverstein, not a big base stealer, only 4 on the year. He's only been caught stealing once.
His first pitch to Fabric. This one is hit hard on the right field line, but it's foul.
Fabric, 15 doubles this season, 31 RBIs. One of the big men in the Cub Reds lineup, always hitting right around 3, 4, 5, right in the heart.
1 pitch to him. This one is hit back behind the plate and foul. Now moves to 0-2. Hot checks on the runner at first, but he comes set. And here is the 0-2 pitch. This one in there on the outside corner, called strike 3. Good pitch there from Hout. And down goes Fabric on strikes for the second time so far.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That one on the outside corner. Probably about as far as outside as you can get with still getting a call, but tough for him. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts.
And now Grant Richardson is at the plate. Swung on and missed. Silverstein's going. Throw down is not in time as the ball bounced in front of the shortstop out there, Smith.
Pitch was a strike to Richardson, so it's 0-1.
Hout kicks and deals. This one is hit hard into deep right center field. Clegg's going back, way back. And he's able to make the catch for the third out here in the top of the third inning. Richardson gave it a ride, but nice play out there by Clegg.
Yeah, Clegg got a good jump on it and ran it down at there, right around the 355 mark on the warning track. And got to give Hout some credit. He gave up that hit by pitch and the stolen base, but whether it's a strikeout or a loud out like that, it counts just the same. So we'll go to the bottom of the third, South with a 1-0 lead.
Back here at the 2019 Great Lakes All-Star Game. It is now bottom of the third inning. South still lead at 1-0, and now on the mound for the South is Jake Schramm of the Cincinnati Steam. He's a right-handed thrower out of Wright State, and the biggest thing you notice with Schramm is, man, he just rears back there and throws. He got a very violent movement as he pushes off the mound.
Yeah, pretty violent. We were just talking about this during the break. We saw Schramm in the very first week of the season, and there was quite a few times where he was throwing so violently his hat would fly off his head mid-pitch. Maybe he got a tighter bill here as the season's gone on, because can't imagine he would want that to continue. Probably a little distracting, but he'll pitch here in the bottom of the third inning, looking to continue the solid performances we've seen so far from Nolker and Devine.
Schramm's pitched 21 1/3 innings in his 5 starts. He has a 1-1 record. He has struck out 29, walked 17. Currently has a 2.1 ERA. Now it's Andrew Sharp at the plate. First pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Make that Mitch Smith. I apologize. The scoreboard messed us up there. Mitch Smith at the plate. There's the 1-0 pitch that is downstairs, 2-0.
Smith, a Michigan Monarch, at first base here.
Plays his college ball at OSU. That's Ohio State. 2-0 pitch. This one's hit into right field. Silverstein is under it, and he makes the catch for the first out. I think that's 7 up, 7 down for the South pitching-wise, as the North still waiting for their first hit.
And they're looking for the shortstop, Ryan Smith, to try and get it for them, the Lima Loca righty.
As this pitch is taken low for ball, 1-0. Smith, another guy from Kennesaw State. Locos have a lot of those guys.
Coming in, he's right under 300, 298 average.
1-0 pitch. That's swung on and miss. Count now even 1-1.
Not a big power guy. 1 home run, 1 triple. Does have 5 doubles and 12 RBIs on the year, but really great defensively at short. It's one of the main reasons he's in the lineup.
1-1 pitch. This one is down for a ball, 2-1. And that's what you really talk about with Jake Schramm. He's got a lot of power that control waivers at times.
Yeah, and it's probably a good thing that his teammate Ben McCabe is back there catching him. As if you hadn't caught him before, you'd probably be a little tough for you, as this pitch just misses. It's not your typical pretty on the shorter end righty. He just rears back and gives you everything he's got.
But he's set, and here's the 3-1. Big swing and a miss from Smith. Count now full. As speak of the devil, what we talked about, Schramm has to adjust his cap. Nearly fell off on that pitch. But he said here's the payoff pitch. This one is low and in, ball 4. So Smith able to work a walk first base runner of the game for the North All-Stars.
And it'll be the DH Carson Eddy. Carson, the only guy that's going to be in all 10 innings for the North team. Jake Cates will be the DH in all 10 for the South as well. Eddy, a Grand Lake Mariner.
Schramm said here's the first pitch to him. That one's in there at the knees for a called strike. 0-1.
Eddy's listed as a righty, but he's batting from the left side. Not sure if he's a switch hitter or if they just have it listed wrong.
This is the 0-1. This one is swung on and fouled off. Count now 0-2.
Smith at first base does have 10 stolen bases on the year.
Here's the 0-2. This one is inside 1-2. Yes. Again, something that Schran likes to do. He likes to go to the inside part of the plate on righties and lefties. Here's Schran comes set. And kicks and deals. It's a breaking ball that's fouled off and held by the catcher. Strikeout, out number 2.
Yeah, good job there from McCabe holding on to the ball, getting the second out here. And so it flips the lineup. Brandon Jernigan will take his second at bat. He grounded out his first time up.
First pitch to him is swung on and missed, strike 1. And just, you can talk about the Logan that just can hurt in so many ways as a team. They can hit the ball out of the ballpark. They can pitch you to death as well. They got some real good guys with some swing and miss stuff. Really increasing that they really got the division in the palm of their hand at this point as this was fouled back 0-2.
Yeah, there's a reason they're atop the North Division. They're a complete team up there in Lima. And they can hit, they can bat, they can field. It's going to be tough for anyone in the North to challenge them, but it's baseball. Anything can happen. So they're going to have to continue to play it out and pretty much locked up a playoff spot, but who knows what happens in the playoffs.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner is going. This one's fouled off, so Smith will have to return to first. Schran set again. Taking a long look here, but here's the 0-2. This one outside for ball 1-2.
Will David on deck looking to bat here in the third inning. He grounded out on the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Smith going again. This one is a ball. Throw down is in time. Great throw by Ben McCabe to get the third out here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Ryan Smith got a pretty good jump, but it was an absolute perfect throw, and good job there by Logan Thomason to make the catch and apply the tag. So can still be, it's technically 3 up, 3 down in every inning so far, as Jernigan will lead off in the bottom of the fourth inning for the North. But we'll go to the top of the fourth with Jake Cates leading off here at the 2019 All-Star Game.
Back here at the 2019 Great Lakes League All-Star Game. It is top of the fourth inning. The South Division still leading 1-0. Still only been one hit in this ball game. Came from Jake Silverstein, who was the first batter of the game. But for now, it's been a pitcher's duel, as most All-Star games are. And now on the mound for the North Division from the St. Clair Green Giants, Giancarlo Lasser plays college ball at LSU Shreveport. He's a right-handed thrower, and he may not have the greatest numbers, but again, he's a consistent guy in that St. Clair rotation.
Yeah, he may be 2 and 3, but He does have a 3.5 ERA. 7 games appeared in, all 7 have been starts, just under 40 innings pitched. So it's been one of the most consistent guys for the Green Giants.
Jake Cates will step in for the South Division. He walked his first time up on 4 pitches, no less. And first pitch to him is hit in the air to right field. Under that ball is Clegg, and he'll make the catch for the first out.
We'll see Jake all game long at that DH spot, but we will also see him in the 10th inning as the pitcher for the South, whether you want to call it closer or not, as this game's going 10 innings no matter what.
As the first pitch is fouled off to Eddie Persinger.
Persinger flew out to center field in his first at-bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and missed by Persinger, 0-2.
Persinger goes to Dayton to play his college ball.
Here is the 0-2 from Lasser. This one is fouled off, so Persinger able to stay alive, as Lasser's looking really good out there so far this inning.
Yeah, he's looked strong. I mean, he got Jake Cates on 1 pitch, so not much you could see from him there, but really been pounding the zone here versus Persinger.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air towards right center. Clegg heading over there, as is Jernigan at the wall, and it will be Jernigan that makes the catch for the second out.
You can see why Persinger leads the league in homers. Didn't square that ball up perfectly and still had enough carry to go all the way out to the wall. But it will be out number 2 as Zach Iverson steps to the plate for his second at-bat after striking out his first time up.
Here's first pitch to him. That one catches the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Lasser, here is the 0-1 pitch. The breaking ball that just misses. It's his first ball of the inning. Count now 1-1. Here's a 1 pitch. This one just outside, 2-1. Lasser taking some time here, but he will deliver the 2-1 pitch. This is fouled off by Iverson. Ball caught him somewhere as he throws the bat down and takes his helmet off.
You're not sure where that one caught him, but it looks like it got him nowhere good. Maybe on the inside of the leg, right where the shin guard isn't protecting. He's limping around a little bit as that right leg's got to be sore.
Going to try to walk it off as the umpire will take some time to dust off the plate and get some more baseball. Talking about the Green Giants, currently sitting at 500 as they're the team of Lassers on the mound and still in it. It's not over for them yet, as they are in the same situation as the Joes. They're 2 games behind everyone else in games played because they're not making up that series with the Joes, but they're still right in it with Michigan and Muskegon, who are both 19-17.
Yeah, the only thing that matters this season is win percentage, and they're right at 500. The 2 teams in front of them are at 528, so they're definitely still in it. Just need a big last week.
And the 2-2 pitch is fouled off by Iverson. that's what it's been for Grand Lake. They just have never been able to put together that one run that'll get them over the edge. It's just been a lot of ho-hum 5-5 sets out of 10 games.
St. Clair, that is.
This St. Clair. And 2-2 pitch. That's inside for a ball, 3-2.
Lasser, who he was just going to pound the zone all inning, has lost it a little bit here versus Iverson.
And here is the payoff pitch. This one is fouled off again by Iverson, so he's battling in there.
Yeah, you got to give Iverson all the credits. Not like Lasser's just completely lost the zone. Iverson's just fouling off the pitches that are anywhere near it and making him work. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Here's another payoff pitch. This one is taken up and away, and Iverson able to work a walk.
So it'll be Cody Canklers with 2 outs and a man on first. Canklers flew out to right field. His first time up in the 2nd inning. That was versus Sam Benshooter.
And here's the first pitch to him. That one is taken for a ball, 1-0. We talked about this when we played Xenia. That was the first week of the year. Canklers almost seems like he leans over the plate.
Yeah, it's like he's enticing a ball to hit him, but it works for him. Earned himself a spot here in the All-Star game as this pitch misses as well, 2-0. But he's done it all season long, and some guys have a sort of crouch when they have 2 strikes against them to try and shrink the zone a little bit, but Canklers does it every pitch. He also does it when he's pitching. You can kind of see the similar lean when he's leaning in for his sign.
2-0 pitch. This is a high chopper hit over to second. Thigpen's up with it, throws on to first just in time. The Canklers for the 3rd out. So the South Division continues to pitch well. And they still lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're back here at the Great Lakes League All-Star Game, bottom of the 4th inning. North Division at bat now on the mound from the Licking County Settlers, a guy we just saw in the last Hamilton Joe's game. It's Nick Meyer. This guy is a strikeout machine.
Yeah, Meyer's got some dirty stuff at Otterbein College, and he's looking to continue the dominance for this South pitching staff as they've seen 9 batters, and after that caught stealing have retired 9 batters. So it'll be the leadoff hitter, Randon Jernigan. He was at the plate with a 2-2 count in the 3rd when the runner was caught stealing. So he'll come up here now with a fresh count, grounded out his first time up.
First pitch to him is fouled off and held by McCabe, 0-1. Looking at Meyer's stats, he's made 17 appearances. They were all in relief, 24 2/3 innings pitched. He's got a 1.13 ERA as this pitch is hit foul down the first baseline. And as I said, 37 strikeouts and has been their closer for most of the year. Actually got his 9th save. That was on Sunday night against the Joes.
Yeah, you didn't like seeing him there as you kind of knew what you were going to get versus the Joes in a really tight ball game. But you like to see him here when he's pitching well and showcasing his talent, as this pitch just misses ball 1. And obviously, we are the Joes broadcasters, so we have a little bit of bias towards the South, but you really just want to see all these guys go out here and show what they've got to the best of their ability.
It's a 1-2 pitch. That one's upstairs for a ball 2-2. Because, I mean, it's more than just an all-star game because, I mean, there's a lot of people watching these guys, and they're really trying to make a good impression on some of the scouts that are in attendance here tonight.
It's basically a scout showcase out here.
As 2-2 pitch. This one is hit on the ground over to shortstop. Logan Thomason up with it, throws on to first, just in time for the first out.
And that was a really nice play by Logan Thomason as the ball hit the mound and redirected a little bit, and Jernigan runs incredibly well. So took a strong throw, but again, that's something we're used to seeing is Logan Thomason make non-routine plays look routine.
And now Will David will step in for the North Division.
See if he sees more than one pitch here in this at-bat.
As Will, because he will see this pitch down in the dirt for ball 1-0.
As we mentioned when he was on deck last inning, he grounded out his first time up. But he does lead the league in batting average.
1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that just stays upstairs, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This one down in the dirt, 3-0. So good patience here from David. He's able to get himself into a 3-0 count.
David, not big walk guy, only 11 on the season, but when you're hitting 402, you see the ball pretty well. And if they're not going to give you anything in the zone, he's going to take the walk.
3-0 pitch he is going to take for a strike, 3-1. And with that average, he's going to look to get something he can drive here on 3-1. And here's the delivery. This one way outside for a ball. And Will David gets the walk, second base runner of the game for the North Division.
So it'll bring up strikeout victim Nolan Clegg. He struck out versus Andrew Nolker to close out the first inning.
First pitch does catch the outside corner, 0-1. And here's the 0-1 pitch. This one catches the outside corner as well, 0-2. Two really good pitches there for Meyer.
And Will David at first does have 8 stolen bases on the year, has been caught 4 times, and we've already seen what Ben McCabe can do behind the plate.
They will throw over to check on David, but he's back in there standing. Here's a 2 pitch. This one just outside, 1-2. Meyer working quickly. Here's the 1-2. This one outside as well, 2-2. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Swung by strike 3. Nolan Clegg goes down swinging, and that is his second time striking out today.
Both times swinging as well. And it'll bring up Tyler Tolvey.
That's Tyler Tolvey at the plate, the birthday man. As he swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1.
Tolvey grounded out to lead off the second inning. That was versus Liam Devine, another Licking County settler. facing Nick Meyer here.
Throw over to first, but David back in there standing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is fouled off. Count now 0-2. And here is the 0-2 pitch. This is fouled off by Tolby. He's able to stay alive.
Tolby has struck out 19 times this season.
And here's the 0-2 pitch. Again, he's able to foul it off.
Fighting off some tough pitches. That one was up in the zone.
And Meyer, not afraid to go up there with the kind of velocity that he possesses on that heater. And this is right in his element here in one inning. That's kind of his bread and butter. There's the 0-2 pitch. This one's high for a ball, 1-2. Yeah, I guess it is kind of good to be a closer for him as he's kind of used to high intensity situations.
Yeah, I mean, closers, you got to be a certain type of breed to want to be a closer.
The 1-2 pitch. This one is hit hard into deep right field, way back. That ball is gone. It's a solo shot for Tyler Tolby. 2-run home run. Will Dave was on first. So now the North Division takes the lead 2-1.
Yeah, the birthday boy absolutely ran into one there after fighting off a bunch of tough pitches. Meyer left on a little bit too much in the heart of the zone, and Tolby made him pay, hammering that ball over the fence in right center field.
And after that 2-run bomb, it will be Nick Kalina with 2 outs and the bases clear.
Tolby did have 3 home runs on the season coming into tonight.
Pitch catches the outside corner, 0-1.
Not a bad birthday present.
Hey, that was a big time shot too. That was not barely over. I mean, that ball was way gone. As this one catches the outside corner, 0-2.
For Kalina, he struck out swinging in his first at bat.
0-2 pitch. This one just outside, 1-2, as Meyer looking for that outside corner for a third straight time.
Yeah, I thought he found it there. It was a pretty solid pitch.
And here's the 1-2. This one is fouled off by Kalina. And here's another 1-2 pitch. This one makes strike 3. And that is out number 3 as Kalina strikes out for the second time. But the North Division takes the lead on the 2-run bomb from Tyler Tolby as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Back here at the Great Lakes League All-Star Game, top of the fifth inning, Mark McClure and Garrett Weaver on the call. Now pitching for the North Division, Jared Rhine, another guy from Kennesaw State on this team. And Rhine, not a guy to mess around with 45 strikeouts and 28 2/3 innings pitched.
Yeah, only 5 runs allowed in those 28 2/3. Also 1.22 ERA and only 10 walks. So Ryan, a solid guy. He's appeared in 12 games, started 1, so he's been primarily a relief man for the Locos. But South looking to tie up this game or take the lead here, as that 2-run shot gave it to the North in the last half inning.
Ben McCabe will lead it off. And the first pitch to him is swung on a miss for a strike, 0-1. Should also mention this is the last time batting for this current iteration of the South Division lineup. 0-1 pitch. This one low and in, 1-1.
For McCabe, he struck out swinging in his first at bat. But we've already seen what he can do from the catcher's standpoint, throwing out a speedy runner, as that one's in there for called strike 2.
1-2 the count. Ryan is set. Here's a delivery. This one outside for ball 2-2. Two-two pitch. This one is hit hard into right field. Will it stay fair? No.
Yeah, that ball just about a foot foul down that right field line. Would have been extra bases for McCabe at it. Gone about a foot to the left, but he'll have to step back in the box. 2-2 count still on him.
And here is the 2-2 pitch. This one is low and away. Count now full on McCabe. Here's the payoff pitch. This one is hit up the middle. That's a base hit for Ben McCabe.
Just the second hit of the ball game for the South and the third hit of the game in total, as the North's only knock was that home run. So Logan Thomason come to the plate for his second at bat, trying to get a little something going here in the fifth inning. And these guys know it's going to be their last at bats. They want to show out and out winging his first time up in the third inning.
As he hits this one just foul down the base line. Ryan set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is hit up the elevator shaft. It's in foul territory. Tolby, and he's able to make the catch for the first out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for Logan. Ball just didn't drift enough foul to get over the netting. It'll be out number 1, and it'll flip the lineup as Jake Silverstein will step to the plate for his third at bat. He's tripled and been hit by a pitch tonight. Technically 1 for 1.
First pitch to him. This is hit into left field. That's a base hit. Ben McCabe's going to stay at second and make it 2 for 2 for Jake Silverstein.
And the Cincinnati Steam players are the only guys with knocks here. Really, Sebastian Fabric, who really needs a hit to turn his day around. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. We've seen him enough to know that that's not typical Sebastian Fabric.
He's going to be trying to drive in runs here, which is typically his forte, as the 0-0 pitch is taken outside for a ball 1-0, looking to drive in a couple of steammates, as they call them.
Yeah, Fabric, Copperhead usually doesn't like to see the Steam players come around and score, but would gladly take it here as this pitch misses 2-0.
He's able to get ahead in the count here, which could be big for him. This 2-0 pitch. This one is fouled off.
Rhine hasn't looked as crisp as his numbers would show. Struggle to find the zone a little more than you'd think from a guy that has 45 strikeouts to just the 10 walks.
It is the 2-1 pitch. This catches the zone 2-2 now. Ryan gets a sign, comes set. Here's 2-2 pitch. Swung on. It's a slow chopper. Hit over to third. David throws on to first, and just in time to get the out. Probably smart play there, as it would have been tough to try and turn a double play.
Yeah, he thought about it, realized he probably wouldn't have been able to, threw it on to first. It was a really nice pick from Mitchell Smith at first base, as that ball was in the dirt. So it'll take a 2-out knock or a pass ball wild pitch here to score a run, and the short backstop, it'd be pretty tough to score even on a wild pitch.
First pitch to Richardson is fouled off, as it's kind of interesting. We have a member of the Cincinnati Steam at the plate and members of the Cincinnati Steam on second and third. So basically a Steam situation here with 2 outs.
Should be pretty comfortable. Richardson seeing those two guys out there. I'm sure he's seen him out there in this situation often this season.
This pitch is swung on and missed.
Yeah, Richardson chased one way out of the zone there.
Kind of 0-2. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Tolby will have to throw down to first. He does so for the out. So good job by Jake Rhine. He's able to recover and still put a 0 up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he struggled there. Gave up 2 knocks, but nothing too damaging, and refound the zone and refound what made him an all-star.
So we will head to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Division leads 2-1. Back here at Great Lakes League All-Star Game, Mark McClure and Garrett Weaver on the call. It is now the bottom of the 5th inning. North Division still leads 2-1. Now on the mound, Hamilton Joe from Walsh University. It's Drew Saunier, the righty.
Yeah, a guy we're very familiar with. He was a starter for the Joes, and he's pitched really well as of late. His big thing has been he's been pitching really well, and then he's had one inning where he's kind of struggled and not been able to go deep into games, but that's obviously not going to be a problem here. He knows he's only just got this one inning of work, and see if he can dominate. First batter he's going to face is Noah Thigpen.
Drew has made 6 starts for the Joes this year. He's got 25 2/3 innings pitched. He's walked 11, struck out 29. Sits with a 2-1 record. He did lose his last start to Licking County. That was really the one time we've really seen him struggle, when he only was able to go 1 2/3.
Yeah, and even then, he started out the game looking really good and then just kind of fell apart all of a sudden. It wasn't a big hit. It was just a couple back-to-back singles and just failed to get enough outs. And it'll be tough here. Obviously, you're facing the best bats in the league. Noah Thigpen leading off 340 average. Does have 10 doubles and 4 home runs. So he's a big bat.
Saunders' ERA right at 3. He's going to try and put up 0 on the scoreboard to keep the South's deficit right where it is.
And this will be the last time we see both the guys in the field and this part of the lineup for the teams, as in the top of the 6th, everything will switch.
And that includes us here in the booth, as Garrett Weaver will take over the play-by-play. First pitch to Thigpen is fouled off.
Thigpen, another strikeout victim his first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning versus Liam Devine.
Here's the 0-1. This one is hit into right center. Heading over there is Silverstein. He'll make the catch for the first out.
And so it'll be first baseman Mitchell Smith. Smith, a Michigan Monarch, 0 for 1 tonight.
First pitch in there is taken for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Looked like Smith was reaching for that one a little bit.
Yeah, big swing and a miss there is definitely chased.
And here's the 0-2. This one is outside. Nearly tempted Smith to swing again, but he's able to hold up 1-2.
Smith, an interesting guy. Most guys you see stand at the far back end of the batter's box. He's right in the middle.
The 1-2 pitch. This one's hit in the air to left field. Fabric's under it. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
So it'll be Ryan Smith who walked and was caught stealing back in his first at-bat in the 3rd inning.
First pitch to him is hit on the ground over to short. Logan Thomason with a real nice play. Throws on the first good scoop over there by Eddie Persinger for the 3rd out.
Logan Thomason, another one that's a little redirected off the mound, and just absolute great transfer and a really good job by Persinger to complete the play.
So Drew Saunders with a real nice 1-2-3 inning, and everything will change here in the top of the 6th inning, but we'll get to that after a short break here at the Great Lakes League All-Star Game.
Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, Gary Weaver alongside Mark McClure. It will be a complete lineup flip. We'll go over in the field for the North and center field, Lavoisier Fisher. At third base, in batting second, Peter On. In right field will be Jaden Sinju. Behind the plate now is Devontae Washington. Gibson Krasinski is in left field. Daniel Workington is at second. Micah Allen at first. Jordan Schafer at short. And Carson Eddy will stay at the DH. Lucas McGuire is on the mound, and it'll be Jake Cates to lead off against him. And first pitch to Jake is low for ball one.
Yeah, it's actually interesting for Washington behind the plate. When we played Devontae Washington, he was out in center for both the games we played against him. Just shows the versatility of a lot of these guys in this league.
1-0 pitch is in there for called strike one on Jake. Cates 0 for 1 with a walk. This pitch bounces in there. 2-1. Preston Miller is on deck. Back-to-back Joes here to lead off the sixth inning. This 2-1 pitch is hit hard down the right field line, but just foul. Jake Cates just a little bit early on that one, got the barrel around. Pulled it foul.
And Jake, he's hit a ton of balls hard this year. That one he just could not keep fair.
For Lucas Fire, this pitch is fouled off as well, 2-2. 4.03 ERA. Been seen in 7 games. 6 of them have been starts, 33 innings pitched. Struck out 31, walked 16. It's the 2-2 pitch here. Hit hard into right center field. Going over is the center fielder Fisher, and he will make the catch at the warning track. Jake Cates puts a run into one, but not quite enough, as it's going to be out number 1.
Yeah, again, as I said, Jake Cates hit a ton of balls hard, but that one just didn't have enough on it to get it over the fence, or hit it off the wall, get it over Fisher's head, but still, ball's absolutely smoked.
So it'll be a guy we're very familiar with, Preston Miller. And Preston, if you look at his numbers right now, you might be asking yourself, well, why is he on this team, as this is a ground ball back pitcher? His numbers aren't amazing, but he has been absolutely paramount in the Joes. When they've been successful, it's because Preston Miller has been playing well.
Yeah, and the bats, again, the Joes have gone as Preston Miller's gone. As we've said that a lot of times, this kind of batting average looks a little bit like the Himalayas, as he started off really hot, really struggled, then got really hot again, and that's where we are kind of right now, as he's sort of in the middle.
So it'll be Noah Suarez with 2 quick outs from McGuire. Suarez, a Richmond Jazz player, is going to be at second base. First pitch he sees, he'll take for strike 1.
Spar has been their leadoff guy from majority of the year. Guys been absolute havoc when he gets on the bases.
0-1 pitch, upstairs, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, a little bit inside, 2-1.
Suarez, again, as I said, when he gets on the bases, 25 stolen bases on the year. That leads the Great Lakes League.
Only 5 times he's been caught stealing. Comes in with a 266 average, 6 doubles, 2 home runs. Has also walked 29 times. Very patient guy at the plate, as this 2-1 pitch is hit high in the air. Going into foul territory is Allen, and he will make the catch. Micah Allen now in at first base will make the 3rd out here in the 6th inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. North leads 2-1 here at Prasco Park. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, Garrett Weaver alongside Mark McClure. And now on the mound from the Xenia Scouts, Garrett DeClue out of Western Nebraska. DeClue comes in to the All-Star Game, a 3.5 ERA. He's a starter for the Scouts, has made 8 starts, 45 2/3 innings pitched. It's technically 3-4 on the year. So we'll have to see what DeClue's got here versus the new guys. DeClue getting his final warm-up pitches in. Brock Mathis now behind the plate. Be doing the catching. And it's a pretty interesting format here. You play 10 innings no matter what. You just really want to see every guy get an opportunity.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about the pitchers as the guys that they just wanted to give everyone the same amount of time at both, out hitting and out pitching, and just simple as that. If you play 9 innings and someone doesn't get to be in the field or someone doesn't get to hit, that's just kind of how it works out. So 5 innings is a good even way to do it.
So coming to the plate will be the designated hitter, Carson Eddy. Grand Lake Mariner versus DeClue here. Still only got 4 hits in this ballgame. Really been a pitcher's duel. First pitch to Eddy is in the dirt, ball 1. For the North, Lavoisier Fisher is on deck. He'll be in center field. Peter On is in the hole. As the 1-0 pitch is in there for called strike 1. For Carson Eddy, he was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Again, this pitch is ball 2-1. He's one of the only 2 guys that are going to be playing this entire game, he and Jake Cates. The 2-1 breaking ball drops in there, 2-2. DeClue working quickly. This breaking ball is low and away. It'll be a full count here versus Carson.
And it looks like it's going to be DeClue's calling card is that big looping breaking ball. He's got a respectable heater, but that seems to be his get-out pitch.
And the 3-2 pitch is hit high in the air, and it's going to drop in front of Preston Miller at third. Ball just didn't have enough air under it for Preston to get over there in foul territory. So Eddy will stay alive, 3-2. And here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. DeClue gets the strikeout of Carson Eddy. So it'll be Lavoisier Fisher. Another Lima Loco here. He's the only Lima Loco in this second half of the All-Star game, as most of them were in that starting 5 innings. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. And here is the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Lavoisier Fisher batting at 327. Believe it or not, that's actually third in the Locos lineup. Shows how well they're hitting the balls. This one's taken 4 ball 2 and 1. That's of players that have had over 100 at bats. He's third.
2-1 pitch is in there for called strike, 2-2.
Technically fourth if you count Kalina, who's had 99.
Yeah, that Locos lineup is stacked top to bottom. This pitch is hit into left field for a base hit. So it'll be a 1-out knock for Fisher. And it'll bring up Peter on. Peter on, third baseman from Michigan Monarchs. Batting .351 on the year. First pitch he sees, he's unable to check the swing for strike one. For Fisher at first base, he does have 14 stolen bases on the year. He's only been caught once. The 0-1 pitch to On is downstairs, 1-1.
And On, forced to be reckoned with, period, end of story. .351 batting average. That's second on the team behind Schafer. He's also an all-star.
Yeah, Michigan State kid, Peter On, as this ball's hit high in the air to left field. Bunch of guys running over there, and none will make the catch in foul territory as Jace Felker, Preston Miller, and Jake Burlingame were all converging on the ball. But it'll drop right out of reach of all of them for strike number 2.
And On, power threat at the plate, 5 dingers, 30 RBIs, has walked 21 times. Really a jack of all trades, too. Also stolen 15 bases.
Clue's trying to put another 0 on the board. This is a big batter to get. He's ahead in the count 1-2 as he'll check on Fisher at first. He's back without a slide. And the 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. Garrett DeClue comes set. 2-2 pitch, a looping breaking ball hit into right field. That's going to be fielded on a hop out there by Mike Steffen. He'll throw it in, but it'll be a base hit. Not sure why Mike Steffen didn't go for that ball as it bounced right in front of him. Looks like he would have had time to make a play at it. Maybe he didn't see it off the bat. Could have got lost in the lights a little bit, but interesting play out there from Steffen. It'll be 2 men on after the base hit.
Again, Steffen, one of those guys, he's comfortable out there in the outfield, but at least traditionally from what we've seen, he's usually over at first base. That's where he was in most of the Richmond Jazz games that Joe's played against him.
So it'll be Jaden Sinju, a St. Clair Green Giant, as both runners are going. Brock Mathis will throw down to third, and he is safe at third. Lavoisier Fisher just beats the perfect throw from Mathis. And it'll be a stolen base for Lavoisier Fisher and Peter On. So 2 men in scoring position and 1 out here as the pitch was taken for ball 1 to Sinju. Sinju comes in batting average right at 300. 5 home runs on the year. He's got a lot of power. As that pitch misses, 2-0.
But even on that stolen base, that was a pretty good throw by Brock Mathis.
Yeah, it was a perfect throw. Right in where you would want it to be, just beating out the throw. Fisher's got a ton of speed and got a really good jump. 2-0 pitches swung on and missed. 2-1. So the North's trying to extend their 1-run lead here in the 6th inning. Garrett DeClue trying to work himself out of a bit of a jam. 2 men on, 1 out, 2-1 count here to Sinju. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Well, back-to-back good pitches to get him back into this count, 2-2, and just an absolutely massive RBI situation for Sinju. He's looking to at least get 1 run home on a productive out of some kind.
Sinju has 19 RBIs on the season for the Green Giants. And he'll call time. DeClue comes set, and a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play down the first baseline. The North really making DeClue work. Throw quite a few pitches here. As another 2-2 pitch. This one is a good block by Brock Mathis. It was in the dirt. And it'll move the count full.
Well, DeClue needs a good pitch here. Does not want to load the bases.
You got Devontae Washington on deck. Washington, one of the only bright spots for the graders this season, as they've really struggled. This is ball 4, so Sinju works himself a walk after a lengthy at-bat, and it will be bases loaded for Devontae Washington.
Mistaken. Washington, the only hitting all-star from the graders, a pitcher as well from Gallion that's in there, but again, as you said, it's been a very rough year down there.
Washington comes in 267 batting average. First pitch he'll take for ball 1. 267 average, 17 RBIs. He's only walked 8 times, struck out 25, so he's a strikeout candidate. That'd be huge for DeClue if he can work one here, but he's fallen behind 1-0. This pitch is fouled back, 1-1.
He's living dangerously on that pitch, as that was a hanging, breaking ball, but didn't get all of it, did Washington. Just fouled it off.
Washington does have some power, 3 home runs, 6 doubles. He's also got speed, 11 stolen bases, so this guy can do a lot for the graders, and he's looking to come up with a big 1-out knock here. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball. This one foul into the North dugout. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-2 count here. Garrett DeClue on the mound. Pitch to Washington, swung on and fouled. This time towards the south dugout, so count will stay at 1-2.
Defensive swinger from Washington, pitched with a bit outside, but he won a chance of 2 strikes.
Gibson Krasinski is on deck. 1-2 pitch to Washington is a breaking ball that is fielded, and this gets past the first baseman. This is going to allow a run to score. Not sure what happened there, as Steven Krauss let the ball go past him on the throw from Preston Miller, who made a nice play to get the second out, and runners had to all retreat back to their bag. But on the line out, it will be out number 2. Well, it's going to be an error on the play. First error of the ball game.
Well, Preston, good play. Bad decision. That would have been really tough for him to throw out the guy, the runner at first there, trying to double him up. He wasn't that far off the bag. That was a little bit of a risky play from Preston. He made a great catch on the play, but again, just did not the best decision.
So it will be an error on the third baseman, Miller. 3-1 lead now with 2 outs, runners at second and third. Gibson Krasinski at the plate. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Talking about it right before that play, Krasinski, 291 hitter for the St. Clair Green Giants, 19 RBIs on the year, but ton of power, 7 home runs. It's the 0-1 pitch, hit hard into left center field. The ball is way back. Making a run, is not going to make the catch. This ball is going to one-hop the wall out there in left center and score 2. So That is going to be a huge double from Gibson Krasminski. Burlingame gave it a run, but that ball dropped in there, one hop off the wall, and it's a 5-1 ball game as Garrett DeClue's struggling here. Error or not on Preston Miller, that double right there probably clears the bases.
Oh, yeah, that ball was absolutely belted, and really not a chance for Burlingame to make that catch as the ballpark it actually juts out there in left center a bit, and that makes it really, really a long run. And it was actually impressive that he kept him to a double.
So it'll be Workington at the plate. First pitch he sees, strike one. Workington, another green giant batter, 263 average on the year. Another guy with a lot of power, 5 home runs, 28 RBIs. He's also got some speed, 3 triples. As the 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1. One pitch is hit on a line into center field. They are going to send the runner from second. Throw is going to be sent in, but not in time as Krasminski is going to score easily to make it a 6-1 game, and Garrett DeClue is struggling mightily. Getting hit really hard here as back-to-back Green Giants put 3 more runs on the board to make it 4 in this half inning.
Let's see what Micah Allen has got. Muskegon Clipper. He's a guy that we did get to see for 2 games up in Muskegon, but he was one of the guys that Joe's just locked him up.
First pitch to him is in there for strike one, and just like Devontae Washington is the only hitter for the Graders, Allen is the only hitter for the Clippers. They also have a pitcher that we'll see later, Brady Miller. This is swung on and missed.
It's just interesting. It kind of shows you how it's really a kind of a team effort in Muskegon. I mean, they're still tied for the second playoff spot in the North Division. There's not a lot of standout guys, but Allen is one of them.
Down 0-2 here, run at first, 2 outs. This pitch is high, 1-2. For Allen, sitting right under 300, 298 on the year. 19 RBI, 2 home runs. One-two pitch to him is low. Good block by Brock Mathis. 2-2. DeClue needs to get this batter, needs to get out of this inning. The pitch is swung on, foul. So the count will stay 2-2 as that weak ground ball does just go foul on the third base line. Two pitch is upstairs, 3-2. So DeClue's worked another full count. Payoff pitch here as the runner goes, and it's swung on but tipped but held by Brock Mathis. So after a tough inning for the South, the North now have a 5-run lead, 6-1 here heading into the top of the 7th inning. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, now on the mound for the North will be Brady Miller, a Muskegon Clipper, as he takes the mound with all of a sudden a 5-run lead.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling comfortable out there, as just did a great job, did the North Division at the plate, just able to get the better of Garrett DeClue.
And Brady Miller, one of the better pitchers in the league for Muskegon. He's appeared in 6 games, 5 of them starts, 31 innings pitched, has struck out 34 to only 6 walks, 4-1 record, 1.58 ERA. As Brock Mathis will lead off, trying to make something happen here, down 5 runs.
We want to see Brock have a good day here at the All-Star Game. He's just been struggling a bit for the Joes recently, but he started off his campaign hot.
First pitch swing and a miss there from Brock, 0-1.
It's actually impressive, again, that we've talked about that he made the All-Star Game in such a short period of time between him joining the Joes and the All-Star voting.
This pitch is low, 1-1, and you have to be able to make a quick impact, as it's the coaches who vote on these teams, and he did that in those first couple weeks he was here, as you said, as this pitch is lined, and it's going to go into left field after the shortstop Schafer is coming up a little gimpy. So not entirely sure what happened there. Schafer looked like he might have been injured a little bit, kind of pulled up on it, but that would have been a base hit no matter what.
Yeah, it was hitting a tough spot in the infield, regardless if it went to the outfield or not. It would have been a base hit. Brock's got enough speed to beating that out.
So after that leadoff base hit from Brock, it'll be Jace Felker at the plate. Felker, Richmond Jazz shortstop, as first pitch he sees is inside, ball 1. A 1-0 pitch to Jace is hit to first baseman, and he goes to second to try and get one in, just staying on the bag. That's a really good play by Schafer, as to get the force at second, Micah Allen decided to go towards Schafer, and ball kind of dragged towards the outfield. Schafer made a really good keeping the toe on the bag. Yeah, gets the lead runner for out number 1.
And it was a heck of a play over there by Allen, making the diving stop, keeping that ball from going into the outfield. And risky play going to second, but he got the out. That's what matters.
So it'll be Jake Burlingame with a runner on and 1 out. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. Burlingame, another Richmond Jazz player that we've seen quite a lot of in these past couple of weeks. As he swings at this pitch and hits it into shallow right field, going over and making the catch is Sinju for out number 2. So Burlingame will go down swinging quickly, and it will bring up Bryan Thompson, who is technically in the leadoff spot of the lineup. This will be his first at bat after coming in the top of the 6th inning.
Well, it's good to see Rhine here at the All-Star Game. He's missed the last couple of games for the Joes, so it's good to see him in here.
First pitch to him is a little bit high, ball 1.
And Thompson, he leads the Joes in batting average. He's really turned it on as of late after a big-time slump, and my goodness, is he raking the last couple of weeks.
This pitch is high, 2-0. Yeah, Ryan sitting at 327 on the year right now. 3 home runs, 7 doubles for Thompson. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. This pitch is in there for called strike 1, 2-1. 2-1 pitch, swung on, hit into right center field, and this ball is going to drop for a base hit, going first to third, and in there standing easily is Jace Felker. So big 2-out knock there for Bryan Thompson, and the South's trying to get a little 2-out rally going here with Mike Steffen at the plate.
Well, that was a heck of a job there from Thompson. Just took that pitch and just hit it into right center field. And now it's going to give Mike Steffen, who's an RBI machine, a chance to get an RBI.
Yeah, Steffen, 326 average on the year, 39 RBIs for the Richmond Jazz.
It's such a luxury to have in your lineup. Hits from both sides of the plate.
First pitch to him in there, strike one. Oh, one pitch swung on and hit right to the second baseman, Workington. He didn't have to move to make the catch for out number 3. So the South tried to get a little 2-out rally going, but don't get a run across. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. North leads 6-1. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, Gary Weaver alongside Mark McClure. So now on the mound is Griffin Miller, a Licking County settler. He'll take the 7th inning. Jordan Schafer will lead off here. First pitch to him is hit, one hop to the second baseman and on to first. Good play there to get Schafer by half a step. For out number 1.
That was a good play out there by Jace Felker at short, and he's able to charge on that slow grounder and get the first out.
So it'll be the DH Carson Eddy for his 3rd at-bat of the game. He looking to turn something around. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch to him, low, ball 1.
Griffin Miller, 7 starts on the year, 28 innings pitched, got an ERA at 5.50, 1-3 record.
1-0 pitch swung on and missed. 1-1. He must have had a really strong start to the year and maybe has been struggling a bit since the All-Star vote. It's not typical you see a guy with that high of an ERA out here, but see if he can prove himself. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on, a slow ground ball towards second. On to first in time is Noah Suarez to Steven Krauss. So they get Carson Eddy for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, we know about Griffin Miller. We've seen him before. Again, the Joes faced him recently in their 4-game series. But I'll tell you one thing, that was a heck of a job that he did as he continued to get out of jam after jam after jam. That's what I remember about him.
Yeah, he put himself in some tricky situations as first pitch to Lavoisier Fisher is swung on and missed for strike 1. And He's got 2 quick ground outs here. Trying to work a quick 7th inning, as the 6th inning is a bit of a long one, as this pitch just misses 1-1. Bit of a long inning for the South, as Garrett DeClue struggled, and you got to keep this a 5-run ball game if you want a chance to climb back in it. You obviously have the bats to do so, as the 1-1 is in there for called strike 2. But then again, on the other side of it, you got the best pitchers in the league throwing it at you. So
yeah, that's the difficult part for these hitters. They may have real good averages and they've done real great things, but they haven't been faced with the best pitchers in the league every time they come up to the plate.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and a very quick, nice inning of work from Griffin Miller. So we'll go to the top of the 8th. The North still leads 6-1 here at Prasco Park. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, North leads 6-1 going into the top of the 8th inning of this 10-inning ball game. Reminder, it is 10 full innings no matter what, as now on the mound for the North will be Jarrett Miller, Graders pitcher, appeared in 9 games, 8 of them starts, 46 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 18 runs. His big issue has been the walks. He's walked 27, struck out 33. All that is good for a 2.7 ERA. So it's been by far Grader's best arm. Just needs to find the zone, as those 27 walks are quite a lot.
You want to see him, hopefully he's a little more confident out there on the mound. You don't want to believe that he's, working too hard for strikeouts, and that's why he's walking so many, because he's trying to overthrow a little bit, because he's not 100% confident in the guys behind him. He should be tonight. He's at the All-Star game.
So leading off for the South will be the first baseman, Steven Krauss, a guy we just saw, Settler's first baseman. It'll be Krauss, Jake Cates, and Preston Miller here in the 8th inning. For Krauss, he's got the best average out of any first baseman, 352 on the year. His first pitch to him is in there on the inside corner, strike 1. 352 average, 1 home run, does have 9 doubles. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times this year. Almost got on that one, is way outside 1-1. He thought he was going to get hit on that first one, kind of turned away, but it broke back in for strike 1, as Jared Miller's break ball's got a lot of movement to it. 1-1 pitch here, just a little bit high, 2-1. Krauss goes to Miami of Ohio. Swings and fouls this ball off. 2-2. You don't really say there's a part of the lineup when it's an all-star game that you got to get going to get back in this game. This is definitely a part that could do it with Krauss, Cates, and Miller, as it's down low there. Works this count full. All these guys due up in this inning have a ton of power.
Yeah, this is Krauss' first chance to swing it, and other than him everyone has hit as he's going to take a walk here, but only two guys with hits, both Joes, by the way, Ryan Thompson and Brock Mathis.
Speaking of Joes, it'll be another one up right now. Jake Cates for his third at-bat, or fourth at-bat, rather. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch to him, big swing and a miss. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. This one swung and fouled straight back. 0-2.
Last time up, Cates hit a bomb and a half to deep right center, but he was able to make the catch in center was Fisher.
See what he does here, down 0-2. Takes this pitch up and in. 1-0, or 1-2 rather. Miller comes set. And the 1-2 pitch. This one swung on and hit pretty well again into right center field. Going over there, and it's off the wall and gets away from the center fielder. That's going to be a double for Jake Cates as Fisher played it off the wall. It kind of got quite a ways away from him. And so it'll be second and third with nobody out here after a huge double from Jake Cates.
Well, yeah, if that was anybody else on the base pass that's not Steven Krauss, he probably scores. No offense to Steven Krauss. But
he also had to freeze because he wasn't quite sure if that ball maybe would hold up and get caught.
But either way, I mean, that pitch was absolutely belted by Jake Cates. Does a heck of a job taking that pitch and just giving it a ride. That one does elude the glove of Lavoisier Fisher in center.
So first pitch to Preston Miller is way outside, ball one. Preston 0 for 1 tonight. As the 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back. Miller grounded right back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. That was on the first pitch as well.
He's got a big opportunity here with runners on second, third, try to cut into this deficit.
1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. So Jarrett Miller struggling to find the zone a little bit here. 2 men in scoring position, nobody out yet. This 2-1 pitch to Preston. Swung on and missed, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Another full count here. Second of the inning for Miller. He lost Krauss on a 3-2 pitch. See what happens here to Preston as the 3-2 pitch is hit on the ground to the third baseman. That's going to score a run. Jake Cates will advance to third on the throw over to first, which is in time to get Preston, but good base running there from Cates as he's able to advance. Krauss is able to score, and it cuts it to a 4-run deficit.
Just good job by Krauss reading that play. Immediately broke for the plate. And then a good job over there from Jake Cates as he was able to advance on the throw. So a good play by Preston Miller at the plate, doing it, getting the room in any way possible.
So you're down 6-2 here. Noah Suarez at the plate. Runner at third. First pitch to him is low and away, ball one. Suarez 0 for 1. He popped out to the first base his first time up. The 1-0 pitch. That one's a little bit outside. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. This one bounces in there. 3-0. So Miller in danger of losing the speed demon Suarez with A dude with a absolute ton of power on deck in Brock Mathis. As the 3-0 pitch is outside ball 4, so you just lost the fastest guy in the league, or at least the most aggressive on the base paths, Noah Suarez, and you got to imagine he's taking off here.
He's taking off. I'm going to tell you that right now. With the kind of speed that he has, I don't really care who they put behind the plate. He's just a ceiling threat.
He has been caught 5 times on those 25 or 30 attempted stolen bases, 25 successful, but it'll be Brock Mathis here. First pitch to him is way outside ball 1, and maybe he won't be going if Jarrett Miller can't prove he can find the zone.
Well, again, it's up to Suarez if he wants to go or not. No one's giving him signs or anything, so it's all up to his discretion.
1-0 pitch is on the outside corner, 1-1. Mathis singled his first time up. As this pitch is hit to the third baseman onto second for 1, over to first, but not in time, and this ball gets passed and goes off the wall behind him. So it'll be a fielder's choice ground out. Run does come in to score, so it'll be an RBI for Brock. And it gets the second run of the inning home.
Again, you're just able to get those 2 runs home. You had guys on second and third. You're able to get 2 runs out of it, and that's solid. That's guys doing what they need to do, and now you just hope you get a little 2-out rally going and get a couple more home.
Yeah, you obviously wanted a big inning, but getting at minimum those 2 runs was what you thought after you had second and third, as this pitch is fouled for strike 1. Jace Felker at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Grounded into a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. He takes this pitch for called strike 2. The Richmond Jazz have quite a few guys in the lineup here, the second half of this ballgame, for Mike Steffen, Noah Suarez, and then Jace Felker and Jake Burlingame here, 8-9.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, this reserves team is a bunch of Joes and Jazz as that pitch is taken inside for a ball.
Yeah, the only non-Joe or Jazz is Stephen Krauss, the settler. Count at 2-1, runner at first, 2 outs, or 1-2 rather, 2 outs, as it's swung on and missed for strike number 3. So South puts 2 on the board to pull within 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. North still leads 6-3. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, Gary Weaver alongside Mark McClure. And Mark, for the most part, minus those past couple innings, the 6th inning for the North and there in the top of the 8th, it's been a pitcher's duel.
Yeah,
We've seen a lot of good pitching.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you kind of expect when you go, to an All-Star game like this. It's not like the Major League All-Star game. It's because the pitchers on the mound, they're doing the absolute best they can, trying to throw the absolute best stuff that they have. And these are the 10 best pitchers in the league. At least that's what they're advertised as, being the 10 pitchers in the All-Star game. And that's, what they're trying to do is do the best they can in that inning. So that can be the problem for these batters at the plate. While they, again, have good averages and they're all quality hitters, they're not facing the best pitchers in the league every time they step up to the plate.
And we have been treated to probably few more runs than we expected coming in, 9 so far. As new pitcher on the mound for the South will be Brendan Bickelman, Licking County settler. And he'll try and pitch a clean 8th inning after the South was able to put 2 on the board, trying to climb back into this game.
I want to see what Bickelman's got out here. The couple times that Joe see him, they hit him pretty hard in the first game of the series up in Licking County. They hit him hard, and then he blasted 2 batters in the last series that they played before they pulled him after back-to-back walks. So we'll see what he's got here today.
First pitch will be to Peter On as it's way outside, 1-0. On is 1-for-1, single, came around to score. Was back in that 4-run 6th inning. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit high in the air to left field, going back and making the catch is Jake Burlingame. Got a little bit of a misread, took a couple steps forward, but had plenty of time to recalibrate and make the catch for out number 1.
And that's the other thing we have seen today. We've seen a lot of balls hit hard, but again, some really nice plays made out in the outfield as well.
So it'll be Jaden Sinju. He walked and scored a run. His first at-bat. First pitch to him is way upstairs. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is low and away, 2-0. Bickelman comes set. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch, another one outside. You said it the last time we saw Bickelman, he was struggling with the command, struggling a little bit here. 3-1. To a guy that's already walked once. 3-1 pitch is in there on the inside corner. It's worked the count full.
And you know he has good stuff. I mean, he made the All-Star game. That means you got what it takes, and you just want to see him be able to get out of this. He's another guy with a ERA over 5, but still got his opportunity here.
3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. So Sinju's worked himself a pair of walks, both after working the count full. So got to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, overall for Bickelman, stat-wise, he's made 8 appearances, 7 starts, 26 and 2/3 innings pitched, 1-2 record. He struck out 32, but there we go, walked 29 and an ERA at 5.25.
So Devontae Washington at the plate now. First pitch is inside, ball 1 to him. One-0 pitch to Washington. And that one misses as well. 2-0. So Bickelman really needs to find the zone here. Sinju 8 for 10 in stolen bases this year. 8 successful out of 10 attempts. It's the 2-0 pitch is swung on right back to Bickelman. He'll go to second to try and get one, but that's a low throw, and unable to field it cleanly is Jace Felker. So that's going to be an error on the pitcher, Bickelman, as that ball was destined to be a double play, but ends up not getting any outs, and it'll be 2 men on.
And that one, it was on Bickelman, just a tough scoop that would have been for Felkers. That pitch was right at his ankles, the throw of that is.
So it'll bring up Gibson Krasimski. He's got one of the big hits of the night. He's 1 for 1 with a double, 2 RBIs. Hit a ball deep into left center field. His first pitch to him here is outside, ball one. Bickman, after making that error on a play that could have ended the inning, really needs to settle in. So Brock Mathis tries a back pick at first, and in time to get the out. Brock Mathis with a beautiful back pick to get Devontae Washington. He was caught leaning out there a little bit, and huge second out here as Brock Mathis steals one.
Just talking about Brock Mathis, man, head is always on a swivel, always snaking out there. He had a huge secondary lead throw,
and that's
over
one
there by Brock.
That's one where you have two umpires, one at third baseline, one on the first baseline here, as this pitch is in there, 2-1 count now. It's where that comes in huge, as you still have an ump down the first baseline that has a good view at that and can make the call, not having to be standing right around the second base. So a huge second out. See if Bickleman can work his way back in the count. He here versus Krasinski is the 2 side, 3-1. Not making it easy on himself, making him have to throw a pitch in the zone here, 3-1. And he does, just in there on the inner third for strike two.
So Bickleman just has to make one pitch, and he can get out of this inning with a 0 on the scoreboard.
So full count here. The payoff pitch swung on and fouled straight back. So Bickleman trying to work his way out of this inning. Krasinski trying to work his way on base. 3-2, 2 outs, runner at second here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch in this ball. Hit hard, but foul down the first baseline.
Bickleman, they're just not letting him get out of this inning easy, are they?
Making him work, as this is going to be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Jaden Sindhu at second. Another payoff pitch here. 3-2 pitches hit in the air into shallow left, and it will be Burlingame to make the catch and end the inning. So Bickleman puts himself in a bit of a jam, but a big back pick by Brock Mathis helps him get out of it. We'll go to the 9th inning of this 10-inning game. South trail by 3. Back here for the 2019 All-Star Game. New pitcher on the mound from the St. Clair Green Giants. It is Steven Stretzelhoff. And he will be facing Jake Burlingame. Burlingame, this will be his second at bat. He flew out to right field his first time up.
Streltsov is a reliever with 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 4 runs. All of them have been earned. Walked 11, struck out of 15. Has 1 save and a 3.23 ERA.
Not entirely sure how you get into the All-Star game with only 8 innings pitched, but credit to him. See if Jake Burlingame can do something in his second plate appearance. First pitch is low and away, ball 1. Pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is behind Burlingame.
Well,
that one got away from him, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, Streltsov, that one just, the release point wasn't quite there on that fastball.
The big lefty will try and refine the zone here, 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and fouled. 2-2. Bryan Thompson is on deck. He's 1 for 1 tonight. As the 2-2 pitch to Burlingame is upstairs, 3-2.
I feel like this is a very common count for Streltsov. When you've pitched 8 2/3 innings and you've walked 11 and struck out 15, it seems like you're in 3-2 a lot.
You're walking a lot of guys and you're striking out a lot of guys. And here is the payoff pitch, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. So another payoff pitch coming here. 3-2, nobody out. Burlingame at the plate. And the 3-2 pitch is swung on and hit pretty well into left field. Going back is Krasimski, and he'll make the catch. Round number 1. So it'll be Bryan Thompson with nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning.
Rhine got a base hit his last time up. Trying to duplicate that here.
His pitch is about a 1.5 feet above and behind Bryan Thompson.
No.
It's the second one of this outing that is just absolutely nowhere close to the zone. Looked like 50 Cent trying to throw out a first pitch out there.
Well, Streltsov, it's just sometimes the pitches are just getting away from him as that pitch is taken for a ball outside. He's had some good stuff, but it just having pitches like that make you wonder. And whew, that's the second one this inning.
This pitch is way outside, 3-0. So Bryan Thompson looking to reach for his second time.
And he looks like he's got some pretty good velocity on his stuff. Just again, control is the question.
It's behind 3-0 here. See if he gives Thompson something to hit. Pitch is in there for called strike 1. Bryan Thompson had the red light, was sitting all the way. As this pitch hits Bryan Thompson on the shoulder, a fastball rides up and in, and that one looked painful. That one catches Thompson on the arm, and that's tough because it's a walk even if you dodge it, but he's going to have to wear that one, and it's going to make for a sore shoulder tomorrow.
Yeah, that one had just teeth on it. That one just took a big bite out of Bryan Thompson. Again, as Streltsov has shown that his control isn't exactly on point today.
So it's Mike Steffen for the second time. He popped out to the second baseman, Workington, his first time up. See if he can do something to advance Thompson. First pitch to him is in there, called strike one. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. So after really struggling to Thompson, he's gotten ahead of Stefan here. 0-2.
Again, interesting to see what Stefan can do from the right side of the plate, as 90% of the time you typically see him on the left as he is a switch hitter.
0-2 pitch. Up and away. 1-2. Thompson with a moderate lead at first as the 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play. Thompson has a lot of speed, but he's not really a big base stealer. He's only attempted 5 on the year and has been caught twice. As the 1-2 is upstairs, 2-2.
Streltsov just looking for that swing and miss pitch that he really doesn't seem to have, as his breaking ball isn't dominant. It's there, but again, he's really relying on that heater.
As the runner is going on the swing and the miss, and Ryan Thompson's going to have himself a stolen base on the strikeout. Got a good jump off Streltsov, and he'll be at second with 2 outs now. His first baseman, Steven Krauss, is at the plate.
Well, the man they call Big Steve is going to try to get another run home here from the South, cut the lead to 2 if he can.
He's technically 0 for 0 tonight. He walked and scored a run as he takes this pitch low. Ball 1. Krauss scored on the ground ball from Preston Miller as this pitch is way inside, almost gets him on the leg. 2-0. Jake Cates is on deck. He had that big double his last time up. As the rain starts to come down in here at Prasco Park, as this pitch is lined back up the middle. That's a base hit, and that's going to score Ryan Thompson easily. So a big hit there from Steven Krauss, and this is now a 2-run ball game.
Man, that's a great job by Krauss. Just takes that pitch, brings it right back up the middle, and it is now a 6-4 ball game.
So as I mentioned just a second ago, Jake Cates at the plate. Jake the DH, this will be his 5th at bat. He takes first pitch in there, called strike 1. He's 1 for 3 with that double. He's also walked and scored a run. As this pitch is outside, 1-1. As of now, rain just lightly falling here. Hopefully it stays that way. We got about an inning and a half left. This pitch is low, 2-1. And 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back. Jake Cates just missed that one. Wants that one back.
Streltsov just looking to get out of this inning here, as he's had some control issues, but just wants to keep the lead intact.
Here is the 2-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball to the shortstop. He'll go the short way to second in time. So that will do it for the top of the 9th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. North leads 6-4. Back here at the 2019 All-Star Game, Garrett Weaver alongside Mark McClure. New pitcher on the mound, Jacob Webb from the Hamilton Joes. A starting pitcher for the Joes here, showing what he's got in the 9th inning. Not a typical spot for him, but see what he can do, as he's been sitting 89 to 92 in most of his starts. He may be able to rear back and get into the mid-90s when he's only going 1 inning.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be interesting to see, if he just can rear back there and throw something hard. Especially, should be real comfortable. He's got Brock Mathis catching him, someone who's caught him before, so he should feel right at home out there on the mound.
Leading off is Daniel Warkentin. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. He singled back in the 6th inning. That part of that big 4-run 6th for the North. As Webb has thrown his final warm-up pitch, and we're good to go here in the bottom of the 9th. Just so everyone is on the same page out there, 10-inning ball game, you'll play the top and bottom of the 10th inning no matter what, even if the North still has the lead, as all pitchers are going to throw and be able to show what they've got to these scouts. So this game is not over yet. South are going to have to try and hold them here to a 2-run lead, as first pitch is swung on and hit high in the air, but foul for strike 1.
Jake Webb, warrior on the mound. That's one way I would describe Jake. As again, last time he was out on the mound, gave up 5 runs in the 2nd inning, but he battled and gave the team a solid 5 innings.
As the 0-1 pitch is just outside 1-1, and it was a weird 5 runs too, because he didn't give up all that much. It was just kind of all of a sudden there was 5 runs on the board.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
It's a lot of weak contact.
Yeah, it's all through just balls with eyes that found holes on him, and that happens to him. And also, he's a warrior out there as well. I mean, he got hit a couple of times in that game.
This pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2
by liners and stuff, and he still was able to hang in there and put together a solid performance. And we really haven't seen a bad Jake Webb performance since the first outing of the year, where he gave up 3 in 3 innings.
And those 5 runs may seem like a lot, but it kept the Joes in the game after that, as his pitches fouled away. He really kept that game in hand, and you got to give him a lot of credit for that. But it's interesting to see he's out of the bullpen here, and got a 1-2 count on Warkentin, the Green Giants batter out of Eastern Michigan. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike out for Jake Webb.
That's interesting. He went to the breaking ball there, something you don't see all the time with 2 strikes from Jake Webb. Jake Webb actually likes to go usually high heat challenge fastball with 2 strikes, but he breaks it off there and gets the strikeout.
So now at the plate is Mike Allen. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to Allen is fouled back. 0-1. Allen, as we said earlier, is the only Muskegon Clippers bat in the lineup tonight. We already saw the pitcher for the Clippers. That was Brady Miller back in the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. That's in there, called strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch from Webb. Swing and a miss. Went back to that breaking ball and gets a big strikeout there. 3-pitch K of Allen. And Webb's looks strong here through 2.
Absolutely. 2 really nice strikeouts on 2 really good breaking balls. That's something you usually say about Jake Webb. Again, his breaking balls typically the question mark in his game, but 2 really good ones there, and he's looking to strike out the side.
It's going to be Jordan Schafer who will take first pitch in there, strike 1. Schafer 0 for 1, grounded out to short his first time up. Schafer plays at Indiana State collegiately as a Michigan Monarch here in the Great Lakes League, as this pitch is a little inside. So the 1-1 pitch to Schafer is swung on and hit high in the air, drifting foul. 1-2. See if he goes back to that breaking ball or if he goes to what we've seen him do quite often, the high heat. Schafer might be sitting breaking ball after he's seen it 2 straight batters, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah, if he goes challenge fastball here, that'd be a really, real good decision.
1-2 pitch is a challenge fastball that is just a little bit low. 2-2. So now basically anything is open in the arsenal for Webb. Why not use that breaking ball? It's been working so well for you. 2-2 pitch. This ball is way outside, and it'll work the count full as Schafer was able to check his swing.
Just quickly looking at the stats for Webb: 6 starts for him, 28 in the third innings pitched, struck out 28, walked 12. ERA at 4.2, but that 3-0 record is where he's really come up big.
Payoff pitch here, swing and a miss, and Jacob Webb strikes out the side. Huge performance from him, and we will go to the 10th. The South need 2 runs, down 6-4 here at Prasco Park. Back here for the 2019 All-Star Game, new pitcher on the mound is Jesse Heikkinen from the Michigan Monarchs.
Yeah, Jesse Heikkinen, part of the 2-headed Michigan State monster that they have up in Michigan with the Monarchs. Him and Ben Scooter, both the only guys with significant innings pitched that have dominated. Heikkinen looking right now, 43 innings pitched. He struck out 41, walked 10, got an ERA at 1.95 with a win-loss record of 2-1.
And we saw him in action when the Joes were up in Michigan, and he really dominated, as Preston Miller will lead off against him, and first pitch is in there for called strike 1.
Yeah, when we saw him, he looked untouchable. He struck out a bunch in that particular ball game, got the win, was player of the game too. He's got the stuff as this pitch is swung on and missed 0-2.
So Preston's dug himself a bit of a hole. He's 0 for 2, does have an RBI on the night, 2 groundouts. The 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball, ground ball to short. Schafer's up with it, on to first, and unable to make the scoop. So that'll be an error on Schafer, as Mike Allen can't make the scoop.
It wasn't a perfect throw, but it's one you'd expect your first baseman to be able to scoop. It was a tough play, but you want him to make that scoop, even though the error will go on Schafer.
So it'll be leadoff man aboard nonetheless. Noah Suarez will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. His first pitch to him here is in there for called strike one. A 1 pitch is fouled straight back, 0-2. So Heikkinen has yet to throw a ball out of the zone. He's ahead of the second straight batter, 0-2. Brock Mathis is on deck. The 0-2 pitch to Suarez. Swung on and hit pretty well into center field. Ranging over there is Fisher, and he will make the catch for out number one.
And Lasser Fisher, he's got some pretty good range out there in center. He's made a couple of real nice plays, got a good arm, just a real good overall player. As we know he can hit too, and he's a good defender.
Coming to the plate, as mentioned just a second ago, Brock Mathis, and this is a bat that he runs into one. This is a tie ball game.
That's what he may be looking to do here in a tight game here in the All-Star game.
First pitch to him is in there at the knees for called strike one. Mathis 1 for 2, singled, grounded into a fielder's choice. 0-1 pitch. It's fouled. It was a little early on a breaking ball there. Just got a piece of it. 0-2. So you got to give Heikkinen a lot of credit. He's yet to throw a ball out of the zone. Has been ahead 0-2 on all three batters he's faced. And swing and a miss, strike three. Gets the strikeout of Mathis. And this is exactly what we were talking about Heikkinen can do.
He can force a lot of swings and misses. His guys don't read the ball coming out of his hand well. And as far as competition goes in this game, this is the last chance for the South Division.
So they're down to their final out to try and get back in it. First pitch is low, ball one to Felker. Felker 0 for 2 with a strikeout in a fielder's choice tonight. This pitch is fouled back 1-1. That was the first ball of the game thrown there on the first pitch. Richmond Jazz 8-9 is up right now. Felker Burlingame is this pitch to Felker is a breaking ball that stays up 2-1.
That was a big looping curveball on that one.
Didn't quite have the snap to it as it never came back. It's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back.
Now Felker just trying to stay alive, give the South another chance. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th, regardless of what the score is, but looking to get on base in some capacity.
So it's 2-2, 2 outs. Preston Miller is on first after reaching on an error by the shortstop. This pitch is hit into right field, making a run, and a sliding catch out there is Sinju. Kind of got a little jammed on him a little bit. Had to make kind of a basket catch right in front of him while sliding, but nonetheless, he does make the catch, and so it will be a victory for the North. But nonetheless, we'll go to the bottom of the 10th as Jake Cates is going to take the mound. back here for the 2019 All-Star Game. Now on the mound is Jake Cates. I recognize the name. He was the DH all night for the South, but he's been acting as the closer for the Joes, and there's a good reason for that. He's a very solid guy on the mound.
Yeah, 10 appearances for him, 12 innings pitched in those 10 appearances. He's given up 7 hits, 2 runs. He's walked 5, struck out, 24. He's got an 0-1 record, but again, closers don't have the most glamorous records. He's only saved 1 game, but again, when you struck out 2 innings on 2 guys per inning, you're pretty much dominating on the hill.
Yeah, he's averaging 18 Ks per 9, which is pretty outstanding, and he'll look to work a clean 9th inning, or 10th inning rather, here, as South may have already taken the loss, but still a time to showcase your abilities. Leading off will be the designated hitter for the North, Carson Eddy. Carson looking to turn his night around a little bit. This is his 4th at bat. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So we haven't seen Jake Cates throw in quite a while. See what he's got here for the All-Star Game. It's the first pitch. This is outside, ball 1 to Carson.
He said it's just about seeing him get back into the zone, as again, the Joes haven't really had many games to close here recently, and the only ones they have, he was suspended for.
This pitch is hit high and foul. Even the count 1-1.
But I mean, we know from what we've seen that this guy's got it. When he's out there, he just has the mentality to be a closer late inning guy.
He works a lot of full counts, but doesn't walk all that many guys. As swing and a miss here, 1-2.
And from what we've heard from guys that have caught him, in particular Marshall Rich, that I mean, he really likes the slider. That's where he goes a lot. He may not have the highest velocity on his fastball, but he's got real good movement on his slider.
This is grounded right back to him. He nonchalantly will make the catch and throw it out to first for out number 1.
Yeah, just relaxed on the mound. Just a little grab out there.
I think
take a second break and loop it over there.
He seemed a little upset he didn't get the strikeout.
That's kind of what it looked like. He's just like, dang, and got it and threw it over. The first still got the first out of the inning either way.
So that'll flip the lineup. Lavoisier Fisher come to the plate for his 3rd at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and a strikeout. This pitch is inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit foul down the third baseline. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Ball is low, 2-1. Cates likes to work quick. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. And 2-2 pitch to Fisher. This one swung on and hit and caught by the second baseman, Suarez, for out number 2.
Jake now just working to get this 1-2-3 inning if he can get Peter on out here.
Peter on 1 for 2 with a run scored tonight. The Michigan Monarch third baseman plays his college ball at Michigan State, as a lot of those guys do, as this pitch is taken for ball 1. And this pitch is hit right back at Jake Cates. He will field it and throw on to first in time. So Cates works a very quick 10th inning, and this ball game is over. The North are going to end up getting the victory 6-4. And what was a pretty good all-star game. A lot of guys showing what they had and a lot of guys performing out there as you kind of expected.
And that's the key. Again, you got a lot of eyes on you, a lot of scouts watching, and I think a lot of guys, answered the call and had played a really, really solid ball game today. A lot of good at-bats, a lot of real good innings pitched, and it was just a joy to watch here from the booth.
So player of the game, you probably could have given it to any number of pitchers. We're going to give it to Tyler Tolvey as he hit that 2-run bomb that really broke this game open and ended up being enough for the North to get the victory.
And looking at, up to that point, the South dominated. Period. End of story on the mound. They were all over the North, and Tyler Tolvey was able to just break through, and that really opened everything up for the North. When the lineup switched over, then they were able to get to DeClue, and that really ended the ball game right there when they got that big inning off of him.
So we will be going into the final week of the Great Lakes League. We thank you all for listening. If you are a Hamilton Joes fan, we will be back here for the final 6 games. The 3 away games versus the Steam will be on Mixler. The 3 home games versus the Scouts will be on YouTube. We hope you'll join us there. For everyone listening, thank you and have a great rest of your night.